There we go. So that's actually then video.
So is it video now?
Yeah.
So we can. My first question is then, what got you into doing fucking what you do? VR tube.
What got me into YouTube? Basically, I went from my namesake Salsa to having a load of health issues. So I was in shape, and then I got a lot of pain, and had to couldn't do anything. Got bored of Netflix and took up gaming again. And then from there, I always like to have something creative to do, an outlet. You get talking to people, things like that. And then VR came along. And the VR side, it was like, damn!
This is it.
And basically, where you got like Dirt Rally. I recorded Dirt Rally on Twitch. I was doing Twitch and I was recording the video down as well. I actually shoved the Twitch across to my YouTube channel. So I didn't really do much on the YouTube side. And then the Dirt Rally footage took off. It's like, oh, it's had 100 views. And go, that's really great. I'm happy about that. And then the next day it's sort of like, oh, it's had 1,000 views.
There is a buzz to it.
Yeah, there is. And when you get comments, when you start to engage with people and you get comments, that you suddenly go, yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and it's a different outlet for it's a different social outlet. Same like you, so for yourself, where you've had the chat problems with PSR, is, you know, it starves you on the chat side.
For me, it does, yeah, because that's my thing. Like, I don't really do many edited videos, you know, stuff like that. So I'm I do live streaming, yeah. And when that went, I've lost my interaction completely, and it really fucking brought me down. I mean, on the videos, I was like struggling. But I didn't want to stop. I noticed a lot of people were stopping streaming on PSVR. They were like, some of them even said, I'm not doing it while they ain't working. I was like, no, fuck it, I've got to keep going. Yeah, that's fair play, but that's what I had to do is get video on my phone. Yeah, check it every now and then.
Well, there's the other side. I don't know if you had done that. You know the PSVR second screen?
Yeah, social screen.
Not the social screen, the app. Yeah. That can also do reach chat. And it can actually do voice. Yeah. So what you do is, you know the original mic that you get with the PS4?
Yeah.
With one ear? You plug that into your phone.
So funny enough, the day it come back, I bought a 5 metre auxiliary lead.
Yeah.
And I fucking basically had that idea. The speech chat.
Yeah.
Is it speech chat?
Yeah.
JD Max messaged me with do this. Yeah. And everyone found it really funny because it was, I had it out in the open, everyone could hear everyone else's comments. Yeah. But playing the game for 9.
Your concentration point.
Yeah, and people are loving it. It's going like medium brown fist, medium brown fist, medium brown fist. You know what I mean? White thumb up, and they're loving these emojis.
Yeah. Yes.
So I was like, how can I sort of communicate? So I done that. I had speech chat. I had that on my outer earphones, but the PSVR on the inner earphones. And the day I set it all up, man, I made it back row. All right, and I was like, settle this shit up.
See, that's the other side for me as well. I've always been a bit of a technical person on stuff, and I like the challenge. So one of the challenges for VR is how do you communicate with the audience. At the moment, I have a speech bot. Now, you can tune that down so it doesn't.
Is your speech bot in your VR headset?
The speech bot goes straight to my sound, yeah. I mix, when I was doing eValkyrie, I'd be playing on a PSVR, I'm on Discord with PC gamers, I can be in...
what do you use for that, a mixer or something?
Yeah, there's a program called Wolfie-Smith the Banana. Do you know it?
No, I use...
It's a virtual mixing desk. So, from the PS4, you've got your optical out for your sound. I have the optical out goes into an optical in on my PC. Then an optical out from the PC to my wireless headset. And I just have the PS4 sound goes straight out there with PS4 chat. The computer itself has Discord and the main chat. So whenever somebody chats in, my browser squeaks off the chat. and you can also then tune up the volumes of each into my ears. So I can have a mix of game sound a little bit lower, the voice chat that comes over the desktop a bit higher, main voice channels higher for me, and a little reduced under mine for the rest of the stream. And then you can work out the mixture that way. But at the same time, you also got the whole, you can also have a feedback, so my mic can also go into my headphones so I can self-monitor as well.
That's ideal, man. It's quite funny because the PSVR way does change. It's actually a little bit advanced, isn't it?
It is clever,
inside,
but you can do that with the Oculus as well, and Vive. The new Oculus, there's a beta version of the home rooms, and the beta version basically, when you press your menu button for your Oculus, it takes you into your Oculus Home. And you can say, show me the desktop, and in the desktop you can go, right, it's a browser chat basically.
Is this what you have on your watch? You can have like a virtual watch and you can see the chat on the watch or something?
No.
It's almost telling me something about it.
Like the app on Steam or VR Shop, where it's like you turn the controller one way and it shows you the chat box on the So it looks like it's on your arm.
Exactly. This one, you bring up the desktop and you have your chat window open, and you just say, I'm selecting that, and you grab the window out of that, and you drag that window to anywhere in the world. And then you pin it. When you pin it, it pins that in that part of the virtual world for any application.
That's awesome.
So you come back into your game application with it pinned, it'll still be there. That's why in the Beat Saber, I'll be talking away and then I turn back to camera. When I'm looking at the camera, that's where my chat window is actually.
You have the green screen set up as well.
Yeah, you have like this carpet would be ideal. Anybody wants to suddenly do a VR chat thing.
We got the world crumbling away around us now.
Yeah, you know, what do you call it? What's the Superman type game?
Megaton Rainfall.
Yeah, Hyper something.
Megaton Rainfall.
That's, Megaton, Lay down on that. Play Megaton Rainfall on this floor. Would be awesome footage. Just comps the shit out of it. But basically, so where the green screen is, you have, I've got my bed basically in front of me there. And you have one big green screen that goes across that way and a bit off the cupboard. Then you've got one wall there that's completely green screened over, and the green screen that's along this wall hooks over the bed. And I'm standing in front of the bed. And then I turn around and there's my lighting room. So I got a light ring. And
like they do with cameras and photos.
And the camera's in the middle there, and I literally try to align the chat with the camera. So when I go bum, if I didn't hear a comment, I can just go, hey guys, da-da.
That's how you knew what I was asking for with songs, wasn't it? And all that.
And I still want to do more of those. I think that's it, because I'm not at that 1,000 followers and I can't monetize anything. I do enjoy the whole idea of somebody coming along and saying, I want to see this song. And if it's in the list...
Well, don't many people do that?
No, because it's, if they're monetizing their YouTube, they get a copyright strike, they don't get any of the revenue back on it.
Oh yeah, I know, I've had a few videos.
So I want to play the game of, if people come into the stream, ask me for a song, if I can get it from Beat Saber, live on stream, download it, try and play it, and see how many copyright strikes I get at the end of the video.
I actually got asked by someone do it when that, I don't know what it is called, it was like intentionally on what it was killed the rapper. So can you do like a Beat Saber stuff like Beat Saber? I said, I'll see it on Beat Saber.
The one who shot his car.
And I downloaded like 6 songs on Beat Saber. I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it. Played it, streamed it, and they actually like said you have to take the video down. Not that it was like, Well, that was...
No, you happen. I mean, some of my streams, like you came in. Was it you that came in and requested the song I did one? Yeah. That got me a worldwide ban.
The one I got banned for worldwide was, and they say how many countries it's banned in as well.
Yeah, they'll tell you exactly what count.
Yeah, it was Albatross by. They're an amazing band and they're old and they're dead. I can't remember. But yeah, Albatross.
Shadows?
No, not Shadows. No, it's winding me up now. Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac, yeah.
Fleetwood Mac. And yeah, 27 countries, that one song is banned. So I've done a random playlist of 16 songs. All of them are fine apart from that one. And I thought, what fucking countries hate the Albatross song, you know what I mean? Or what's so wrong about that song? It's like...
It's not this thing, it's their monetarisation of it. So you do have the ones where your copyright notices are, okay, we're going to pop an ad on where that song is, and they get the revenue. And I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
The music goes to the musician or whatever. I'm all for it. Great.
We'll go ban a video.
We get to play it. People get to see it. Involve more.
My Cool Painter or Homer Simpson, that's got the whole soundtrack Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Not a single thing. I don't get any money from it ever. And it got like 3,000 views or more, and this was ages ago. I was not loving it. But yeah, they didn't ban it. You know what I mean? I don't know whether that's the case of movie soundtracks.
No, it's not all movie soundtracks. It really is.
The songs.
Yeah, I mean, the other one that really gets me is it's hard because we've got a lot of independent developers with games. In VR in particular, we've got a lot of independent studios that do games. And their power over what they use as music is a lot smaller than big productions.
Yeah.
And what happens from that is you can have menu music. It's really low in the background. But I actually got banned, a worldwide ban, because of a piece of classical music. There was the menu music from a game title.
Yeah.
Some of the bigger game titles, even Wipeout.
Oh yeah, Wipeout.
Wipeout's got an amazing amount of sound.
Yeah.
One of the biggest linkages for Wipeout is going to be Chemical Brothers.
Yeah.
Chemical Brothers, one of the main songs in that track was a worldwide ban. So anybody who streamed Wipeout day one got a worldwide ban. So it's crazy.
I take it that's just on that video.
Yeah. When you get a copyright strike, it's not a big thing.
I've never had nothing affect my channel though. So I've heard some people get, like, someone I know put a video up of, it was a weird video, but it's all involved some guy pushing a kid over. He got 3 months of live streaming that.
All right.
I actually got one of them that sent me this video. I'd only changed the thumbnail, it had been on my channel for about a year.
Yeah.
I changed the thumbnail and I got an email saying your channel's been banned, you can't stream. You got your first strike, you can't stream for 3 months. But they told me why the thumbnail was promoting to me that wasn't to do with what the video was. I was like, it's about a game, the thumbnail is the game image. So I challenged it, and within 40 hours they overturned it. I was like,
They took the strike away though.
yeah, they took the strike away after about 48 hours. I had to challenge it.
Yeah, you
I
had
was
to
like,
challenge it, yeah.
Did you hear about E3 as well, when everyone was obviously live streaming the stream of Bethesda, I think it was?
Yeah.
Brian Paul, fucking name, like, they all got banned.
Well, no, you have some publishers. Nintendo is a big known.
Yeah.
Nintendo has an approved list of streamers. If you mention the wrong thing about their game, have an image of theirs, have this of
They
theirs,
want to control it.
they will say, hey, no.
Have you seen over there, they've got signs on the Nintendo all round saying, like, you will be filmed now.
Yeah.
Our stuff will be filmed, blah, 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 letting everyone know. So, because I was filming it and I saw the sign warning, I thought, oh crap, and I'm really something. No, it basically says that you can, everyone who's playing it, be prepared to be online. No one else has done anything like that. Nintendo is so
No, they are on that, but you will have those, you know, coming to this event, in the legal notices, there will be notices saying that, specifically, and it's the same with any public event like this. As a public event, that was kind of like,
Right, hate that, wasn't it?
yeah, it's like, oh, what the fuck? Basically, there will be a legal notice in there that says about photography and that you will be filmed. There has to be because of public liability.
So why did you get into streaming?
Me?
Yeah.
I just decided one day. I used to be a part of like just a general gaming podcast, and that was like a YouTube channel, and they asked me to start streaming for them, like weekly, just a couple of videos a week, a couple of streams a week for them. Did it, looked like I enjoy doing this. But then I sort of went off streaming because I wanted just to create like let's plays that are pre-recorded.
Yeah, a lot of people really get a buzz out of editing.
There is,
and producing something.
It can be good, but the time-consuming side on that can be very heavy.
So then I was like, I did covered everything then when at this point. And then when I got into VR, I thought, you know what? I'd rather be able to speak to someone, because someone could watch my video and ask me a question like in the comments. I'd rather just be able to jump in and get an answer there and then.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not find time to respond to them for a few days, and then so I'm just going to think, why is this person not talking to me? But then I can jump into something and ask a question, and you can answer it there, and then I think with VR, obviously it's starting, it is growing now.
Oh mate, we are literally we are at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We are like the raw.
It's bleeding edge technology still. I mean, it's the first generation of consumer-based VR technology. This stuff is still in development. How it's going, the narrative of games as well. I mean, you've got blind sides in terms of what people would think of as a game genre, because you have things like
For example, I'll give you blind.
Yeah, blind.
It actually takes away what you can see.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and you have to interact with stuff to see.
Yeah.
Just like, okay. Yeah, it's just, you know.
It's the other side as well, platform games. People go, well, it's not first person. And you're like, but what it does is it engages with something that's always been deeper in games and film and books and imagination, which is narrative.
There's one game I always shout there when you talk about games that people don't think work in VR, The Lost Bear.
Oh, The Lost Bear.
That was
Lost Bear, brilliant.
That was outstanding.
That was like sitting in a theatre.
Yeah. Well,
when the bees come.
yeah, the beer
I over it, the fact that I was sitting in my chair, which is exactly the same shape as the chair you're sitting in, in VR, and I kept getting up like, weird, man. It feels too real. It was very clever.
But yeah, they did a good job. Like, again as well though, I think with the Pro VR, a lot of companies manage now to tell a story without actually speaking a word. Like The Lost Bear, there's no explanation, you just know.
No, there's not actually a word of any language they're speaking there. Is it Russian? So I don't know.
It was
no,
based on like, I think it's
It's just probably good.
I think it's, I don't know, it sounded like a mix, like it's not a real language.
You know what I mean? It's something. Oh yeah. It sounds sort of familiar,
but it's the other illustration again of things like mods. Mods, same
the best
deal.
game out there this year, Moss.
Yeah, and then you've got other games where I think the narrative again is important. Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Oh my word, Senua's Sacrifice.
See, that came out when I was like, stuff it, I'm going to do VR. And I loved every game Ninja Theory's done. And I got to the point where I struggled to play standard games. And then they were like, oh, this is coming out. I was like,
oh yeah.
So I never got around to playing it.
I haven't finished it yet because, I mean, the graphical standard on that is very high. You need the GPU power. So when my RTX card does actually arrive, I will be finishing Senua's Sacrifice at maxed out settings.
With that, my mate is into this PC game. He said, you've got to try this game. I tried it. So it's really good. I'll get it for the PS4. Although I don't play many flat games, but I will get it. I said, the thing is, this would be amazing in VR. But then by the time I got back home, I got a text message, you'll never believe what's just downloaded. I've got a VR patch on the PC.
Yeah.
Because they said PlayStation can't.
PlayStation won't be able to handle Senua's Sacrifice on VR, basically.
Well, maybe PS5.
Well, you're still going to be waiting, I think. That's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
I think at least another 2 years till that topic's really taken out.
It'd still be worth waiting for.
But yeah, it will be. You've got games that are going to be classics. They're going to be timeless. Moss is going to be a multi-chapter. We know this because it's that good, and everybody who likes it, guys, you know you killed that. The other one I think is going to be multi-chapter as well, which you haven't got to do on the PSVR yet. Is Lone Echo. Lone Echo is, there's a review on my one of that.
Yeah, I've still not played that because I think my PC would struggle after so long waiting.
Well, I've done it on a 970 and it was good.
Oh, maybe it'll work.
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe it'll work.
I have never, in VR, there's a bit where they open up a bridge of the ship and you're on a spaceship, you're a robot in space helping to keep the humans safe. And she says, go open up the bridge. You open up the bridge windows sort of like part, and I just literally scrambled up to the window and just went, boom! Fuck me, that's sad. Literally like that. It was just, that good. Absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And the whole game is nicely narrative driven. So first person, but it's the narrative side as well. It's how they connect you to that world and that universe and that narrative. I think the best of VR is when they go, you know you're in this world, you know you're in this narrative, and we're threading along these breadcrumbs for you to move through a world and a narrative in a way that's natural and it happens.
It feels like your own adventure.
Exactly. It feels like you are living a life that you could never live. And that's the best of VR. And that's where I think it's coming.
Yeah.
So, like anyone that's this, which developer do you think always nails VR games?
For us, I say it's Servios. You can always put money on Servios.
Servios,
they don't do nothing bad. Oh yeah.
They've got a very particular style. The one thing that I'm seeing, a lot of, I think one of the faults of VR at the moment as an emerging thing is the multiplayer.
Yeah.
That so many developers immediately go and want a multiplayer. And the pot is still a little bit too small. I think the clever one is the ones that are actually going, well, we can also make it work on a flat screen, but then it also really works in VR.
Yeah.
Because you need those numbers for these studios to really get through until people catch on.
The thing is, alright, so how many games that you know have VR as well as flat, do you actually play in flat?
In VR, I have played Valkyrie in flat as well, but only if I'm really tired.
Yeah.
The other one is Zombie.
Bloody Zombies?
Yeah, Bloody Zombies. I mean, Bloody Zombies as the beat 'em up, side
cool.
is really good example.
What did you play it on? Is it on
PSVR.
Yeah. So
it's on PC as well.
Oh right, so you have to go through certain steps to broadcast it on PSVR. You can't just broadcast it. You have to get these steps of basically sort of saying the game tries to tell you that you can't broadcast it, so you or agree with it, and then somehow at a certain point you press a button you can broadcast it.
Right.
Have you not tried broadcasting that game?
Not on.
Or do you do it through?
I do it through
Yeah.
PC. So
Yeah, it won't matter. Yeah, through the system it won't let you broadcast.
we see what's happening there is because it's got 2 screens.
Yeah.
You can't broadcast the VR view with that game because it's a couch co-op. So when it goes out to your social screen, have you seen the social screen?
Just flat.
It's flat.
Right.
Because you can have other people in the same room on the couch. You can have 3 other people playing on your couch.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have streamed it, and it doesn't. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So
That might be
it
the issue.
doesn't show the flat view that you're seeing. It shows the flat view. Whereas I don't know on the PC side. Yeah. I don't know on the PC side if you can get it to show it, because that game really works. I mean, who would think a 2D, 3D, VR side-scrolling bash 'em up? That is, I mean, if you think of side-scrolling bash 'em ups as well, anyway, I have to say actually, from like I think the best side-scrolling bash 'em up apart from Streets of Rage is probably. It's SNK one. No, Final. Yeah, side scroll.
No, you're on about Capcom Final Fight. Cody.
Final Fight. Yeah,
without a doubt.
but it was on SNK. It was on Neo Geo. Originally, it's Neo Geo. Final Fight.
I don't think so. I think the first home version of that was on the CD. Was on the Mega CD originally, and then you.
I had that version of it, but I'm saying the original is an arcade machine,
Right.
and it's Neo Geo game. It's Neo Geo, which Neo Geo was still a home system.
Yeah. £100 a game on it, I was saying.
180 was the cheapest game
I
you could
never
get.
had one.
I knew one person who had one, and I was like,
You rich bastard.
yeah.
Your parents fucking
I've got to
spoiled.
make a move.
No worries, Steve.
I'll see you. I might see you before then. Lift up.
Yeah, no worries.
Take it easy, Wolfie.
It's okay. I'll see you again in a bit.
We'll put a link to his channel.
Yeah.
Go subscribe.
That's it,
Good thumbs up.
Yeah, it's all about the thumbs up, man. Super.
PlayStation friend.
Yeah, PSVR friend. See you later, dude. See you later, mate. But yeah, Final Fight to me, like, when I was a kid growing up in Bromley, I used to play that game. I used to be Cody all the time.
Yeah.
He looked the bollocks.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I still, when I wear a white t-shirt and blue jeans and I've been to the gym,
Like-
I am Cody, you know what I mean? Now. So yeah, like,
You just got into Hero Punch Down pose, man.
yeah, it's just fucking savage, mate. That uppercut he does is fantastic. And the sounds, everything in the arcade was amazing.
Yeah.
That game was, and I used to go out like, I want to punch people. Because I've been that game. Oh, he's
You
like-
don't mean that. You don't mean that.
Oh yeah, when I was a kid.
Yeah. But for me, I think Bloody Zombies takes the best of Final Fight and Streets of Rage and all that,
yeah.
and it's got the game elements, all the classic elements are there.
Yeah.
And then you can go, whoa!
You look down the level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is-
It's that moment when you go from this is the flat screen to go, whoa!
Yeah,
And that
very
is awesome.
Yeah.
And it had that trick of you can play it with everybody else.
Yeah. It's a really thought out game, and not many people seem to have played it.
No,
I don't think.
I think it's
Who made
because
that?
it's
It wasn't Rebellion.
End Dreams.
I think I don't own it, but I played at Egypt last year. The standing at Egypt.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get across because you can't show the VR mode.
No.
VR is hard to get across anyway. So when you say, oh, by the way, we have a 2D side-scrolling bash 'em up VR game, people go,
What the fuck is it then? Yeah.
So that's part of the problem.
I think it's part of the problem as well.
Yeah.
You could say jump into like Skyrim, a popular game, but what the person's watching you stream isn't what
not
you're
no.
seeing really.
But that's down to us to try and get that across.
Yes.
That's also where things like mixed reality have come in with like Beat Saber and some other games that use like Live, yeah, which it's hard to do on PlayStation VR as well, because you've got even if you're live streaming via a PC, the PSVR view is your view, and your cam is a reaction cam. Whereas the mixed reality, we're gonna. I'm so got.
Yeah, the whole room is the game. Isn't it?
You get that green screen in there. The green screen replaces what the camera sees with the VR world, and you have that split level. So Live does like a background level and a foreground level.
Do you know what? That is what you do. Says my missus, I went, see what he's doing.
Yeah,
that's my training. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, it's cool, but you'll get that side. The technical side is you've got for YouTube in general, actually getting a following and people coming along regularly and talking and engaging. That's still a part of my problem, because I don't keep enough regularly and time consuming. I've got a lot of time consumed because I have to take things up, put things down, and so much like that. But when you do have streams where people come in, chat a bit, or you have comments come back,
yeah, I'm really lucky. Like people,
they're really engaged, and that's really great.
They're really good with me. You know what I mean? Like, I feel very lucky. Every time I stream, they're all on there like they're my mates. You know what I mean? Oh, cool. So, yeah.
I think that's the problem as well with the. I mean, I know you said that in the speech chat. People come in and type stupid stuff.
Yeah, they do.
What's that, sorry?
Like with the speech chat, people come in and type stupid stuff.
Oh yeah, they do.
You're putting yourself out there. Whatever you type, this is what it's saying.
Yeah.
Like I was playing.
Have you not got moderators on PC?
I haven't got moderators. I do have moderator bots. So,
right. Yeah, because
I have bots that will crack down on stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so I jumped into Nathy and Oasis VR. They were chatting the other day, and I put an emoji in there, and a bot come up.
Yeah.
Like, no emojis, and I was like, well, fuck off then. I can't want to chat now. Do you know what I mean? It pissed me. It actually got my back up. You know, I don't want to give you a thumbs up. It's not offensive.
No.
But the bot couldn't tell the difference. You know what I mean?
No.
And then Oasis VR put Sky in it, messing around. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that's why on mine I always add the people I trust and I like.
Yeah.
But it's also about refining the list.
Yeah.
Because you have like your general list. I have emojis allowed, but I need to also. You can get smart bots where it will limit certain amounts.
Yeah. Yeah,
limit,
so you're not spamming.
Because I have had one stream, it was actually quite amusing, but there's only like 2 people in the stream, and they're having a laugh. So they're trying to do the weirdest emoji combos to make it say stupid things in emoji.
Yeah, man. Ted Ryan Pumpkins always suffers from that because he has the lady voice.
Well, I have lady voice, so yeah.
But one day, he had it on really slow. It sounded like she was dying.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, right, it was fucking painful. And I was laughing in bed, listening.
Yeah,
to like,
but that's a part of it sometimes.
it's funny. Yeah, it was
Like,
funny.
that's why there's the bot that I use. There's a random voice mode.
Yeah.
So that every person who comes to the channel
speech channel,
has a different one.
Yeah, it gives them character.
Yeah. And that's really great. I have sometimes thought, because I sometimes multi-stream, I haven't been able to do it on the PC side.
What's that, sorry, you have?
I multi-stream, so I stream to both YouTube and Twitch. But they all go through the same chat program. Now,
Yeah, you're right.
I've got them both going through the same chat program.
Yeah.
Now, what you could do is you have one side, the YouTube side, through one chat bot, and the Twitch side through a different chat bot. So you've got 2 different types of voices.
Yeah.
My problem is that since going on the PC side with some of this, I can't actually do that multi-stream because my GPU performance is just going it's dying, it's dead. So it's a really hard thing to get through. It's a really hard thing to get to. But I think it's part of the challenge. It's part of the challenge how you deal with that. if you've got the mods, like your list of mods is building up like no.
Oh, I've got loads of police.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'll tell you why, because of 7 Degrees of Gaming. He's been going a long time. Do you know Nat?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just walked in there, walked up actually. We just missed him.
Oh, okay. I haven't actually met him or
No, I met him today, and I was on his stream one day, just like he was saying something, and I thought, I'll do what I usually do, I'll jump in, ask some questions, gets me into activity going.
Yeah.
And, this guy come up, and he was writing the most awful stuff. He had the worst names, and I mean awful stuff like, when the stream finished, I couldn't talk to my missus for an hour.
Yeah. Don't say anything.
No, it was just horrendous.
Yeah.
Disgusting and all the rest of it. And I couldn't stop it. And he had no, like, I don't know if you do, but you can put certain words in that you don't want displayed.
No, that's what I do.
Yeah, he hadn't done any of that.
Yeah.
And this guy just had free reign. And he was trying to play his game. He's like, right, I'll try and get rid of him. And I'm sitting up thinking, fuck.
And then it just comes in with a new account. So you ban one, he'll have like a list of 1,000 accounts, and it'll just come back in and back in and back in. That's where your bots come in. So you can have.
That's why I've got real people though.
Yeah.
And they just withhold the comments.
Well, I also have the safe list bots. So Google itself, if you go in the background of YouTube, there is actually a list in there that it will keep out of chat.
Oh, right. What, people?
No, you can do of people and of words.
Yeah.
Set phrases, everything like that. YouTube has a filter for the chat in there that you can activate. Then you've got third-party bots which will interrupt with that instantly as well as a mod.
But that's if you're using an external chat service as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but well, no, it's a moderator. Basically, it's a bot as a moderator.
Yeah, but YouTube won't do that. It'll be an external thing with a bot attached.
Yeah.
See, I think YouTube is still in its infancy anyway of doing stuff like that.
But they have their own one. They do actually in the settings there. You've got to find it. I can't remember where it is.
That's what I mean. I did add loads of words, obviously awful words that you don't ever want to type.
Yeah.
But I saw them that day.
It's like, if you go to, there is a straight up one that's just like literally Google what's your banned list, and they've got a whole list in there. You just
can't be the difference when you try and set up a gamer tag that ain't quite right. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've done that. I wanted to put a bad word in there, and it's not. It's sort of it looks like a bad word, but it ain't. So no people know.
Yeah.
And it's still a letter.
That's right. You know, when I first on my Xbox, when I played Xbox 360, I wanted the crack box from Mike Boost.
Yeah. Oh man.
I wanted like the crack box is my thingy, but it was like you can't have crack in your name. I was like, what?
Yeah. The word crack isn't offensive. Do you know what I mean?
The one that I find really weird is shotgun.
Shotgun.
Yeah. Strangely enough, for some reason or other, I don't know in where, but I can't remember what it was, but shotgun as a phrase was banned in one of the mods.
Shotgun is like a drinking game as well though, isn't it? Like,
yeah, and it's also, the gun, good call on batteries. I need to plug in myself as well.
And it's like a thing for getting the front seat of the car. It's how shotgun, you've got the front seat.
Well, it's the shotgun as a shotgun as well, and riding shotgun, and everything else like that. I was like, hang on a second, what?
Yeah, how is that offensive?
Really? Oh, speaking of different things with the gun side of things, obviously, the nice little beta that came out recently. Because I do like your Friday stream as well. I need to get you in my character from Rec Room to join that sometime.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, the PCR chat show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that? It's good.
I like your chat show, man. That is awesome idea. Anybody who hasn't seen it, Fridays. What's the time?
Well, the thing is not every. It's
usually on a Friday.
Put a day up, yeah. So the developers control the date.
Yeah.
And we've got someone coming in. Unfortunately, I still can't announce it because I'm waiting to get it all sorted. But yeah, I think this one's going to be on a Thursday.
Okay.
So it's going to be on October the 4th. We're always going to aim for a Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And get the developers on there. Just chat shit. Do you know what I mean? And Reggie was an prime example.
Reggie's
of how
brilliant.
to do it.
And this is the game that I was wanting to talk about as well.
Yeah, on duty. Ideal. Nice leader.
Yeah. So I mean, he was great as an interview
He
thing
was
as well.
fantastic because his passion was fucking on the skin level.
Yeah.
He was brimming with like
Excitement.
I've got so much to say.
Yeah.
And we had so much to ask as well, so that was good as an audience. And yeah, that was amazing. Like that, I think that was the fourth one we've done, or third.
I think
But
four.
that was the one where I thought this will work.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a
This
great
is
format.
Yeah, we were talking about VR, in VR.
And it could be,
you're welcome.
you've got a multi-stream audience going there
I've
as
got
well.
a camera crew.
Yeah.
Everyone who's streaming it is a camera.
Yeah.
I'm a camera.
Exactly.
I'm a developer.
Exactly.
And that's why on the last one I said to the guys, listen, I want it. Unfortunately, it probably makes it look like I'm trying to be the star, but what I wanted was a talk show format where I'm sort of there chatting away, I can put the viewer questions across, but more importantly, next to them is a sign saying who they are and what they're talking about. Because last one, people come in and going, who is this? What's the game? And
Yeah.
there's Reggie Strange, Honour and Duty D-Day behind me.
Yeah.
No questions.
And a big shout for Jim for the levels he made.
Oh,
Jimmy
Jimmy.
and Jason is fucking
Jason, yeah.
He's very creative anyway, and that's what I put together because Jason's like, he's very skilled at putting people together, figuring stuff out. He's got a lot of foresight in things, and he loves PSVR. He wants to do so well, and he's got a lot of belief in it. And then I met Jimmy, just a fucking genuinely nice bloke, very creative, put together. And that's what you get, do you know what I mean?
But as a format, I think it does work well. Like you say, you've got VR, you've got multiple streamers in the room, all different interests, different opinions, something to say, and a developer. Each one of them streaming, so anybody can jump between channels at any point. And you've got a concentrated place for developers to be seen, voices to be heard, different opinions, how it's going. And as I think, have you tried the multi controllers in Honour and Duty?
Yeah.
Don't know what you think about it, but fortunately, I'm now wearing a holster.
It needs one. It does.
Move controller.
Yeah.
Got my own controller. I've got a holster on my right hip with move controller in it.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
all I
literally,
needed the other day. Yeah.
you just literally take your right hand off of here. You still got your movement on your left, and you just go ba-da-da-dam.
Yeah. Or get your knife out.
Get your knife out, or grenades.
Yeah.
Cook.
And they're cookable. Yeah. I just couldn't believe it when all the stuff he was saying. I was like, dude, you put so much thought into this.
Yeah.
And there's so much more to come. And there's some people who come on the chat and they're like, I'm not really feeling this game. And I'm like, well, it's not even out yet. Just don't worry about it. See what happens. Do you know what I mean? If there's something you don't like about it, fucking don't say I don't like wartime shooters. What's the point of playing? But if there's something about you, obviously, like, message the guy. Like, Firewall has been out for what? 3 weeks?
Yeah.
4 weeks maybe? I'm not sure. No update.
No.
Reggie puts out an update every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
You see, that's something I got on a nice lead over to Firewall engagement. I mean, another good example of a company that did really well on updates was for Ultra Wings.
Yeah.
Which they're working second
mate,
game.
Yeah.
But in Firewall, I have a different opinion to many other people as well when it comes to Firewall on the Pro versus original PS4.
Yeah, the OG, yeah.
In that I actually find it better to play on an OG where there are jaggies. I also have an M cable,
Yeah.
the Gamer Edition of the M cable. So the jaggies are taken care of by the M cable.
Yeah. I've heard it looks sharper on the OG.
Oh, a lot sharper.
You can't even read the names on the Pro sometimes.
But for me, it's like I'm short-sighted. So when I do this, if I hold my hand in front of my face like that, I can see my hand and I can see the edges nice and clear here. Seeing, looking at Tattastic, yourself, blurry edges, and there's a blurred edge there, and that's what I see in...
So you need to plug an M cable into it.
No, if you plug it in on a Pro, it gets even worse.
Oh, right. It makes it stand out even more.
It makes that blur go worse.
Yeah.
So it's literally the developers need to look at what they've done with the AA.
You've got better blur. You've improved the blur. You've made the blur better, more blurry.
No, yeah, if you put the M cable on the Pro, if you put the M cable on an OG, it goes, bye-bye jaggies, hello everything that should be nice and sharp, is nice and sharp, and the textures that were too blocky now have a nice gradual look to them.
Yeah.
And that's where I have an issue with that, especially with them not coming back with anything yet. And like you say, they're tight-lipped, very tight-lipped.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether they're just going to bring out a massive patch, but when you see what Reggie's doing, well, apparently it's quite hard to get your game on the system, but apparently once you put out that first update, it's quite easy. Apparently Sony are like, yeah, we're all do what you want to do. And Reggie's proved that. I think he's done 2 updates already.
3.
And the list,
he's done
like 6 to 8 every time.
It's what you call it. Each night he's put on another one. So I was played the first night.
Yeah, I've only played the first night.
I played the first night, and there's a couple of different things going on. And then by the morning, the patch was out because of the time difference. So then the second day, he had a second one out, and this morning he put out another patch.
That's incredible. It is incredible. And as you said, Ultra Wing's done it.
Yeah.
They were like going from like 120 frames, and then they went, well, that sort of drops the resolution a little bit, so we're going to 90 frames, part of the resolution, and they were almost going, what does everyone think?
Yeah,
what do we think?
Yeah,
let's all agree on how best we want it. And I'm like, that is the beauty of being at this part of VR.
Yeah, and
we're all crafted.
Yeah, they are. And they were the VR community for like Reddit as well. PSVR Reddit community has been very instrumental in that. You get a lot of the developers come in there. A lot of the developers talk, listen, the interaction is all there.
Yeah.
And you can feel that through, especially all the developers who really actively engage with that. One of the great things, I mean, we got Persistence over at the entrance here at EGX. And they've got a new game gun mode coming out, which link down below to video for that. Had to plug it.
You got to do it, man.
Yeah. It's such a good idea. Procedurally generated. How many hours of gaming do you get from that game?
I fucking love it.
Now, one thing about Persistence, when you're going through it, I mean, it's a hard game. I still got to beat that damn thing. I haven't got enough time to beat that. No, I ain't got enough time.
I started on survival mode on it.
You know what? I actually done the whole third level because it's procedurally generated.
Yeah, I remember this stream.
I was watching some of that stream.
I got to the fucking end and I went, I've fucking done this level. I was like, you fucker. But you would never have known.
But the other side on that is...
Which actually makes the procedurally generated thing...
shows it works.
It shows it works,
Yeah, and it gets the replayability. Now, the other side is that the game mechanic, how you go through the levels. The new mode is like, instead of the suspense build and the carefulness and the thing, it's that, bam, 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 let's keep the action coming. They're going to come at you wild, they're going to come at you fast, it's going to be that fast return as well. So, there's a game put out, it's procedurally generated, never going to be the same, always has a fresh feel to it, and then they're going to add another thing to it.
I can't wait. And it's free, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that was the first PSVR game to ever get Game of the Month on PlayStation. As far as I know, that's what someone told me. No other PSVR game has made PlayStation Game of the Month.
Oh.
That in itself is pretty fantastic.
Well, there's another game that's going to come along as well, which is also procedurally generated. It's just going to be leaving early access on Oculus and Steam. It's called In Depth. When I first played it, the first playthrough, it's very slow. Yeah. It tries to gauge how good you are.
Yeah.
And it takes it easy and slow pace on you. And then suddenly it goes, okay, we think you're around here. and it ramps up, and it's like, oh, really good. That's going to come out to PSVR some point, leaving early access now, and it's a bow and arrow shooter.
Oh, you played Windlands, didn't you? Must have.
Yeah. Windlands 2. Oh, yeah.
What a game, and I remember speaking to the developers. I played it. That's the first one of these Oculus actually, and I remember playing it, and I was like, "This is incredible." I went, "You swing up there, you're doing a bow and arrow in midair."
Yeah.
I mean, this game's incredible. I haven't played it obviously since then. I watched any reviews. I didn't want to. Do you use the hooks to do any damage to anything? Or
No.
So I said to him, I was like, "Look, the bad dude's got armour, covered in armour. Well, why don't you use the hooks to put the armour off?" And he was like, "That's not a bad idea." I thought that'd be brilliant. That's another element.
Well, it could happen in later bosses. I haven't got all the way. It's a big game.
Was that me trying to do those?
What is it for?
Yeah, I was.
4-player multiplayer.
Yeah,
4-player multiplayer. Yeah.
Sure, this is really good.
I've been doing
Yeah.
some co-op with Dr. Oculus.
Dr. Oculus, yeah.
Marcus. Were you tuned in after Dr. Oculus reset your swing? I went,
Yeah.
I'll just play some single player, trying to find the first boss. Just because I was streaming, like, I've got to pull off fancy shots.
Really hard.
I've got to pull off like swinging things, trying to
Yeah.
spin round and get the arrow shot.
Really difficult. I mean, I've tried to solo that boss, and it's like,
What, the first spider boss?
yeah,
Yeah, I was the one
that
done
is.
Mate, I was just swinging, shooting like that, and then I was sliding underneath. And he was like, "You're really good at this." And I was like, it just felt so natural. I love the Oculus controls.
Yeah, Oculus controls
And it's
are
savage.
brilliant.
They smash PlayStation. There's no two ways about it.
That's what I said about that's one thing that let the move controllers down. I think if they had analog
Yeah.
controllers, they'd be good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're good now, but they'd be like
So what-
perfect again the analog.
What sort of player base do you need for them to go, "We can help out new controllers"? When do we wait? When do you get that? At what point? I mean, it sounds like to me they're just waiting for that next generation release. They're like waiting. I actually think if they shut down controllers, admittedly, I reckon they
See,
would be £50 a piece.
I think when they go to this, I've had a constant thing about VR control and tracking in total. And unfortunately, there was at the beginning of before like the Oculus went to CV1, there was one project that I thought would get it, but unfortunately they had problems in their production or whatever. And it's the 6-axis module thing. It's magnetic-based tracking.
It's been a fucking long day.
Basically 6-axis, and they have these packs. So you have 2 controllers, but the packs are basically a magnetic tracking.
Right.
You don't need any optical setup. You don't need direct line of sight. It can do a decent sized area, bigger than what you have on the optical tracking, to within 1 millimeter. I think it's 0.5 millimeter. 0.5 millimeter to up to 4 milliseconds update.
Sounds like we press your answer, really.
Now, if some big corporation, sorry, well, sort of like went and said, "Oh, hang on, they screwed up their launch because of this, that, and the other." The technology is sound, and with our production levels, we can make that work on cost. That, I think, would be an extra step that would push VR, because then you get out of the thing of, you get out of the line of sight thing. You also get out of this whole inside-out tracking as well. You don't need the inside-out tracking where you lose that. The MR headsets are great, they lose the tracking. Whereas these little pods, you want any type of controller, you take the little plaque, slip it in, that's an instant piece of hardware that is fully motion tracked to within 0.5 millimeter in 4 milliseconds.
That's nuts.
Yeah? Now the other side of that is you can do full body motion tracking as well with it. want to adapt the PSVR, if Sony wasn't ready to do PSVR 2 fully, they go, we have new controllers and a full-on new tracking system for you. Here you go, there's a little base station. Put that way you like, it doesn't matter, it doesn't need to seat you, doesn't need line of sight. There's the adapter. Oh, you just strap that onto the side of your PSVR there. That's your PSVR headset now tracked, and there's your new controllers.
You said it's magnetic though.
Yeah.
And usually electronic equipment and magnets don't work.
Yeah.
So how does it get around that? It's magnetic fields.
It is magnetic fields, but they have unique signatures. There's like the system they had.
That sounds like pseudo-random. I mean, it's a language, isn't it? An electronic language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it tracks a unique signature off of each pack.
Yeah.
It's the same like if you have a drone. Yeah. When you go with a fly with a drone that has GPRS and magnetic, you have to acclimatize the drone to the location. So everywhere on the planet has a unique magnetic signature.
Yeah.
And these packs are the same.
Okay.
So they have a unique signature. So as long as you don't have anything that is overpowering that magnetic field, you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that is what I would like to see actually as a step adaptation.
Yeah.
Rather than going, oh, here's an entirely new unit, you have to get the whole new unit.
Yeah, I mean,
Tracking and controllers, I think that's the first step.
do you know HTC have got a wireless adapter there?
Yeah.
How does that work? How does it work? What I mean, I
Right.
take it the cable can always come out of the headset anyway in the first place.
Well, you got cables, there's an extra unit on top of it.
And all your wires from that
The
unit.
wires on the headset go into that unit, and that unit's got
it up
power.
technically, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, you could, because it's a
a lot of
separate
wires.
unit. Yeah, you could do that wireless, but there's a power pack in that wireless part. But you also need there's a second wireless network in that. So we've got one here on. They've got, where is it?
Yeah, I have seen it working. Just around the corner, I think.
Yeah, just around the corner.
Yeah.
So
Just behind the car settle.
Yeah.
it's actually it's just over there. You can see a queue of people that's like watching. Basically, you've got the bit that goes in the head that looks like a samurai warrior headset thing.
Yeah.
Batteries in there, wireless receiver and transmitter for the telemetry.
Yeah. What's the retail price of that?
Huh?
What's the retail price?
I think it's about 600-700, isn't it?
Sorry?
600-700.
It's an expensive piece of kit.
Yeah, they never did up basically.
No, not yet. It's very new. See,
You can buy I think it's not that expensive because you can buy the adapter, they put on it, then you've got to buy the extra transmitter.
it's the transmitter.
The next 5 will have all that done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
So,
see,
well, yeah, I mean, to me, I'd hold off.
it's because it can't use your normal wireless network. It's not a standard wireless network. You'll see they've got the sensors up top, they're tracking. There's another thing that looks like a little sensor camera. It's not a camera, it's a directional wireless transmitter.
Yeah.
Because the traffic, the data traffic, you're pushing through to get your VR picture at that resolution of pro resolution is huge. It's massive.
It's quite amazing they've done it anyway.
Yeah.
And that's why you pay for it.
Yeah. It's early days on that, but anyhow, what time are we at? It's going to be closing soon.
Yeah.
I'll get hold of my
And you got to get some food.
Yeah, I was going to get the Subway.
There's restaurants across the road here somewhere along the way.
Yeah, I think I'm meeting some people back at the hotel. People I'm meeting tomorrow are all booked in the same hotel as me, so
Well, I've got to do the drive back. But I guess we're going to round this up. It's in the round. If you're going to look round this way, so we're going to hand off first to GamerTag.
Bye. See you later. Bye bye.
Don't forget, subscribes, likes, comments on his stuff.
Thank you.
Speak up.
Yep, Tattastic Gamer VR. So ciao for now.
And of course, I'm Sass Ketchup, and this is my channel. So you can press the little button that's, well, I don't know where you're looking at the minute. Maybe you're looking at me, maybe you're looking at them. I don't know. But there's a button there somewhere. So go, press the button.
That's it. Subscribe to all of us.